Connecting with your energy, Cancer, was such a beautiful experience. Honestly, I was moved to tears this morning. I just saw the image of someone walking towards a sunrise. There's this new chapter, a new beginning, and I really felt this story of someone who has just gone through hell and back, someone who has really been persevering, and it feels like you've just been going through it. You haven't been able to catch a break. And this new beginning, this new dawn that is here, isn't just something that's happening to you. You are moving in this direction, and there's even a sense of hope, of strength, despite everything you have been through. And it just felt so inspiring and motivating. And I really felt this strength that was very much of the heart, of the soul. And so if this is feeling like your life right now, if this is feeling like your energy, then I'm really curious to see what comes through in the cards for you. There's still maybe messages for you otherwise as well. But I really am getting the sense for you, Cancer. There is this new day, this new beginning, and it is important that you follow the light in your life, whatever that means to you. I do appreciate all of your support that you give this channel with your likes, shares, comments, and subscribes. Remember that these are general readings, so not all of the messages that come forward are going to be meant for you specifically. It's up to your own intuition and discernment to figure out what applies to your life and what should be left behind for somebody else. I do also have links in the description as well for those of you who are looking for a personal reading or energy healing session. You can also find links for all of my social media accounts, as well as donations for those who have the means and feel so called. So what are the messages that we have for Cancer at this time? Show us clearly, please. What are the messages that we have for Cancer? Wow. I'm feeling like a lot of you were affected by someone's greed and coldness. I have the Emperor in reverse, along with the King of Swords and King of Pentacles, all in reverse. And this very much feels like a person. We have a lot of different zodiac energy here. We have Earth and Air. We also have Aries with the Emperor. Could specifically be Aquarius energy or Taurus energy as well. And these might also be referring to time frames. So maybe something about these astrological seasons. There was something in the past that brought you where you are now. But it really feels like someone has just been very much in their ego. Honestly, this is giving me villain. Like someone was just plain evil or plain cold in the way that they treated you or in the way that they treated others in a way that had an impact on you. Someone was misusing power. This could be a boss, and it kind of put you in between a rock and a hard place with the Hanged Man. You've kind of just been hanging on, and I'm even hearing hanging on by a thread. So maybe that's something that you've been telling yourself. Maybe that's a message you've just kind of been resonating with. But I think you're much stronger than you realize. You are a much stronger soul than this person. That is for sure. You have a much stronger heart than this person. And maybe you have been able to find support with the Lovers. It might not even just be about you, the situation. It could even pertain to a partner, a friend, a family member. Maybe you've been going through a hard time with someone or for the sake of somebody as well. And it feels like you've kind of had to be the rock. And maybe that's just like a theme in your life. Maybe this isn't even about a specific situation or person. Maybe this is just kind of a pattern for you. You've been there for other people, Cancer, and maybe in some part of that equation, you've kind of been forgotten as well, or you haven't been able to be cared for in the same way. And sometimes people can't do that. But I do think, I actually do a mindfulness course for caregivers as kind of like a part-time thing. And a lot of the time we forget about the caregiver. We forget about the person who is taking care of the sick family member or spouse, the one who's taking care of their neighbor. It's a lot. It's a lot. And I'm getting that for some of you. You've been in this caregiving role and you haven't been able to receive that care for whatever reason. Maybe you haven't asked, but I almost feel like for some of you, it's kind of been circumstantial, and maybe even someone who you work for or someone who is above you in status in some way has not been forgiving, has not been understanding. Maybe you were even fired or penalized for taking care of something that you needed to take care of. We do have the Ace of Swords, new information coming in, a new conversation. Tell me more about this Ace of Swords. Ace of Swords with the Hermit in reverse, coming out of hiding. I think you're finally being seen in some way, actually. Someone is finally noticing you. I'm also hearing that this could be online or in work as well, maybe a new position or a new role. It feels like there is some kind of recognition here. And this might also be you coming out of hiding. Especially with that image of the sun that I got at the very beginning. That feels like the guidance right now. I don't think now is the time to be quiet. I think now is the time to start saying the things you've needed to say. I do feel like you're finding some kind of stability for yourself, some sort of security. Tell me more about this. Wow. Nine of Pentacles with the Three of Swords and Six of Swords. I think there's something about you needing to cut your losses in a situation, whether this is a job, a relationship, a family member, whatever the situation is that you've really been persevering in, you've been trying to make work and you just have not been able to. It's just not working. It feels like you finally find security, peace, stability, and this could be financial, material, it could be emotional, spiritual, whatever. Maybe even as a space for yourself. Don't be afraid to be alone right now. You know, I feel like some of you, maybe on some subconscious level, it's like you caregive or you nurture because you think that's how you earn attention or connection or closeness. But you don't need to do that. You are inherently worth connection and love and stability and abundance. And I really do get the sense like it's important for you to walk away from something. And like, I don't even think it breaks your heart anymore. And maybe it does. Maybe some of you are in different parts of this journey. This is a general reading after all. So I do think in the future, though, it's not going to be as painful as it's been. I'm almost getting like, I'm kind of hearing like you've survived the worst of this. You've been through the worst of this already. And we do have the Page of Pentacles here as well. I do feel like there is some kind of new beginning. I feel like you are learning a new skill or taking a chance on yourself. Ooh, taking a chance on yourself. I really think that's the message here. And the moon. Wow. Interesting that we had the sun in the beginning and we have the moon here now. The moon often does represent big emotions. It's hard to tell between fear, wishful thinking, and intuition. It feels like you kind of need to go into something unknown. Maybe leaving something familiar behind. And ironically, that's where you find the stability. That's where you find the comfort and security that you're looking for. There is an abundance waiting for you in that as well. And I mean, even though traditionally the moon in tarot represents Pisces energy, astrologically speaking, you're ruled by the moon, Cancer. So this very much does feel like your energy to me. You are investing in yourself. You're investing in your dreams. You've supported other people in their dreams and in their hopes and wishes. Are you doing the same for yourself? What are the other messages we have for Cancer? We do have Temperance in reverse. Something has been out of balance, and I think it's exactly what I'm talking about. Like, you're able to give to others what you aren't giving to yourself or can't give to yourself for some reason. Something needs to be brought back into balance here. What else do we have? Tell me more about Temperance in reverse. We do have the King of Cups in reverse. Ooh. Boo, I'm going to be honest. I feel like you have been trying to heal somebody else, and that is not your role too. And if that is a pattern that you're kind of like, yeah, that's me. Yep, I do that sometimes. You cannot do the healing for somebody else. And if you're trying, I really want you to take a moment to pause or even take some time and really just reflect on, why do I feel like I need to fix somebody else? I'm trying to fix them into being the person I need them to be. I think that's something you really do need to sit with. I'm just going to say this because I feel like you're also trying to walk around eggshells. You're trying not to piss somebody off or trigger them in some way. But that's not really your job. I mean, I'm not telling you to be a dick either. Like, let's be clear. I don't think there's something wrong with being considerate and kind. But that's very distinct from walking on eggshells, being uncomfortable around somebody or some situation all the time. I feel like something does need to be said. That was kind of the message at the very beginning here. And of course, as I say that, Mama has some words about it too. She's definitely not afraid to hold back her truth. Isn't that right, Mama? Okay, you want on my lap? Oh, I know you want all the attention all the time. She loves tarot, too. She definitely picks cards for me in the morning. It's the funniest thing. What do you think, Mama? What does Cancer need? What do we need to tell them? Wow, 10 of Swords. So this is a card of endings. There is some pain in this card, generally. It's obviously not an easy image. But something is finally over. It's finally done with. And even though this image is pretty dark, we do actually see the dawn. There is light coming in. Tell me more about this 10 of Swords. 10 of Swords with the 9 of Swords. I feel like there's been a lot of worst case scenario thinking. And honestly, Cancer, the message I almost get with this, and I don't want to freak you out, it's like, okay, imagine worst situation, so what? What's the worst thing about that? Really get to the heart of that. And maybe it is really bad. Maybe it is painful. But what is the story that you're attaching to that pain? And I mean, like, I don't think it's this extreme, but just as an example, like, the worst case is that my spouse dies or someone I know dies. Okay, yeah, that's really, really painful. That is an ineffable grief, a loss. What are you making that grief mean? Are you making it mean that you'll have nobody? That you'll be alone? That you'll never find love again? Because those things probably aren't true. You have control, some control over those things. Being able to reach out to people, connect to new people. And again, this is more of an example, just kind of an extreme one. But it's almost like facing your fear. Don't be afraid to go there with yourself, with other people, because I feel like some of you have been trying to stay in a situation or relationship that just is not working. And I think you're making it scarier than it needs to be. And you don't even necessarily need to walk away from it right now. Sometimes you just need to make that decision like, yeah, this isn't going to work for me. I don't know what I'm doing next, but I know that this is not the thing that is right for me at this time. So that might be something you really need to consider in your life right now, Cancer. Any other messages? What are the blessings for Cancer I do see the Knight of Cups at the bottom of the deck here. There is something about following your heart, maybe even romance, dreams, creativity. While I was connecting with the energy too, I kept hearing the song Follow the Sun, Xavier Rudd. That feels like a message that, or a song that could be resonant right now, or maybe that message, following the sun, following light, stepping into the light. What else? Anything else for Cancer? There is a new day for everyone. You are not forsaken with the Four of Cups. I think grief often has this ability to make us feel like we are going through something that no one else is going through. We're feeling things that no one else around us can feel. And the truth is, there is no grief that is unique. We all will lose everything at some point. The time has come. What is this alarm? My God, so many interruptions today. Yeah, our time is going to come. There's always going to be that ending. And while the circumstances and the timing of that ending is different for everybody, you're not alone in that. You're not forsaken. It is something everyone will have to experience eventually if they're alive long enough. But there is a new beginning. Your life isn't over. Your life isn't ending, Cancer. It's not done. And I do feel like there may have been a very serious ending, and I hope that my wording has not been insensitive to people, because everyone's going through different situations at the end of the day too. But if there's one thing I've learned from doing these readings, it's that things never happen in isolation. It is truly remarkable to me how many people will be going through the same exact situation or very similar situation at the same time. So if you do feel alone, comment down below. There's probably someone who shares your story or a similar story. What is the blessing? What is the blessing for Cancer? You are seeing blessings. You are seeing the silver lining. There is something new coming in that you may have overlooked before. Maybe a missed opportunity is coming back again. You didn't miss your chance. Or there's a new opportunity. There's always new opportunities. Four of Wands. Yeah, there is something with celebration and recognition. And it's honestly almost like, I'm going to be honest, Cancer, it feels like you've been in a main character arc. And you've had to go through like the lore, the tragic backstory of the hero here. And there is something that you are learning, that you're gaining, that is going to feed whatever it is that you do, whether it's creative, spiritual, whatever, that helps you connect with people. Anything else? Nine of Cups. You're going to have your wishes come true. It's not too late. You're going to find the recognition, the success. It might take a different form than you thought it would. But I feel the sense of fulfillment, of contentment, of achievement. And that may, for some people, look like basically fame, having 1 million followers on social media or whatever. But for other people, it means doing work that you're proud of, that gives you a sense of meaning, of purpose. Maybe it's about the people in your life. Maybe it has nothing to do with work at all. Whatever it is that makes you feel complete or whole or fulfilled, that is still something that's available to you. That's still something that you're creating. So don't lose sight, Cancer. I know things have been heavy for this group. I know things have been so hard. And I'm so sorry to hear if this is your energy, if this is your story. But there is a light. There is a new beginning. Everything comes to an end, including our suffering. So I do think there is a new dawn, even if it doesn't feel like it right now. It's coming. It's coming. Don't believe in the story. Don't believe in the lies you're telling yourself. You are worth so much more. It's within your grasp. Move in the direction that your heart is telling you to move in. And with that, I will leave you for now, Cancer. I'm sending so much love and blessings your way. I hope this wasn't too heavy. I just like to be very real on this channel. It's not my style to sugarcoat. And I do have links in the description as well for readings. Maybe some energy healing could be helpful for those of you who are really carrying a lot in your heart right now. And I will see you all in the next video. Take care, Cancer.